things. I'm gonna talk about the stages of awakening. Okay, I wrote this down. The first stage of awakening is the darkness, deep sadness or confusion, a feeling that you've been lied to or that your life isn't what you were told it was, basically a lie. The hermit is the isolation stage, a pull to spend time alone, a need to avoid small talk, a desire to find deeper meaning of life itself. The third is called the rebirth, awareness that you've been unconsciously sleepwalking through life, attached to endless streams of thoughts in your mind, the ego death, the death of the ego, the death of the ego, and the death of self, as you know it, right? Then you have the conscience self, okay? This is where the awareness that we are powerful co-creators of our life experiences, purpose, empathy, flexibility, grace, and embody. Okay. Now, this cycle repeats. Okay. It repeats itself. Okay. So the stage of awakening um, actually repeats itself over and over. Okay. This is called the death and rebirth. Each process of consciousness where you awake consciously to different levels. Hold on. This is dark. I don't like this. Okay, where each step of consciousness where you wake up consciously to a new level of consciousness is self, as we call it, conscience. You will experience this. Um, so the darkness is the deep sadness of confusion. It's because you feel like you've been lied to your whole life, which you have. Okay, everything that you've been programmed to think, feel, and experience is illusion. Okay. It's something that you tell to yourself and that was also told to you, right? The hermit is the isolation stage. For me, it was 3 years. Okay. Self isolation, self reflecting. Okay. Self isolation, self reflecting. You pull back, you spend more time alone, you know who you are, know thyself, right? That's a part of the stage. And you also you avoid small talk, okay? Because small talk um, doesn't get you anywhere, right? A desire to find deeper meaning, self, places, people, places, and things in self. Okay, first is self. Okay, also the rebirth. I call it the death and rebirth process. It happens over and over. Um, each time you raise your consciousness, you will have this rebirth process, where you will have the awareness that you've been unconsciously sleepwalking through life, attached to endless streams of thoughts in your mind, and the ego. Okay, the death and rebirth of the ego, the death and rebirth of yourself. Okay, this process will happen over and over. Okay, this is just a part of the awakening. Okay, this is what's happening. Um, the consciousness awakening as a collective, the consciousness individually happens first, and then the consciously of the collective happens, okay, eventually. But this process happens over and over when you raise your consciousness and you raise your frequency, okay? This will go, it will repeat itself over and over, okay? Also wrote down, hold on, the conscious self. Okay, we have our subconscious and conscious, the part of the brain that functions, the subconscious and the conscious. This is where you become aware that you are more powerful than what you really are. This is where you won't have self doubt anymore. You will know thyself. Okay. Also, you will understand that the circumstances in your life, you create them yourself. Okay. Um, people, places, and people, places, and things. And then also, um, your purpose. Okay. A lot of people don't ever find their purpose in life. Some people find their purpose, find their passion, and they go with it. Okay. These are happy individuals. Um, and you will have more empathy for people because you'll understand people on a different level. Okay. More flexible because you learn to be more flexible. You learn to have more patience. You learn to have more understanding. You learn to have more love, right? Love for thyself, love for the others, love for places, people, and things. Okay. Grace are embodied. You embody grace itself. Okay. Okay. So this is what I was getting. Um, Now, these stages are cycles. Um, it's paths that are cycled through the stages many times. Okay, it just don't happen one time. Okay, it cycles through the stages many times. Okay, um, and you got to ask yourself too, why are you repeating the same cycles? Okay, repetitive cycles. But each time you learn, you grow, you raise your conscious, you raise your frequency. This will happen. The cycling through, okay, the stages of many times. Okay, so you got to be aware of all this. You got to be aware of yourself. You got to know how to love yourself. You got to know how to love yourself. You got to be able to be in a space where you can truly reflect on yourself um, and reflect of how far you came and be proud of the small accomplishments in your life. But this is a cycle that repeats itself. Okay. Each time you learn, you grow. You learn, you grow. You learn, you grow. You learn, you grow. And while you're doing this, you're raising your frequency and your consciousness, and you're aware of a lot of patterns that you continue to project and reflect. Okay. All right. Um, I feel like the universe is pushing you into you. I feel like the universe is pushing you, pushing blessings upon you with karma. Okay. People say karma's not real. Karma's very real. Okay. The universe is responding to the vibrational energy you are sending out. So be mindful what you bring into existence. And what I mean by bringing into existence is what you're projecting and reflecting. All right, you guys. This is Jennifer Felix. Love and light, my beautiful souls.